What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and on today's video, I'm going to be doing three replays. And I ran into Panda Burn in all three of them. It's so funny. So, let's check it out right here. First of all, we don't go to ranking. This is all of my alt account too as well, so it's pretty funny. So, we're going to go to dual records here. Okay. 3 in a row, Panda Burn. Okay, so the first one was versus most unclean. So let's check this out. Let's see what happened. We're going to cover all three of them in this video. So this is going to be a longer video. So get your popcorn, get your beverages, chill out, and let's watch it and see what happened. So, on the first match, I throw scissors, he throws rocks. So he gets to go first. Don't like to see it, but it's fine. Okay, it's still doing some shit. I don't know why it's spinning, but okay. It's the most laggiest shit ever. So he gets to go first. Alright, he opens. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe it was 2 in a row. I thought I played 3 though. Maybe this isn't the right replay. Alright, hold on. Let me get out of this. Alright, maybe not. I know I played 3 though, so maybe that match right there I didn't play. Okay, so now it just kicks me. Okay, this is just awesome. This is just wonderful. I'm pretty sure I played 3 in a row. I may be mistaken though. So it'll be at least two Panda Burns. But I'm telling you, I played 3. Maybe it was the game before Moxie's or something. I swear I played 3 in a row. Let's see. So it wasn't the most unclean. Okay, so it was only 2. Okay, sorry. So this is going to be 2. So 2 2 Panda Burns in a row I played. So let's see what happened and how I actually took them down. So let's check out the replays. Alright, sorry about the short delay. And obviously it's running like shit. The first one is versus Mythical Endymion or something like that. I don't know how to say his name at all. I can't read. But he gets the RPS, obviously. So the last guy y'all just seen got the RPS. He was playing some warrior shit, but I swear I played 3. Maybe I'm wrong, though. It's late, so it's 1:20 in the morning. So, this one's definitely Panda Burn. So he gets to go first. He opens Pot of Greed, Giant True Nade, Nightmare Wheel, Level Limit Area B, Giant True Nade, and Giant Rat. Okay, he fires the Pot of Greed on me. He draws into a Geometrio and Sanguine. So this would be 2 Panda Burns in a row. So he sets Wheel, sets a Geometrio, and sets Rat and passes. I've got Breaker, Card Destruction, Deco, Jaro Greed, Thunder Dragon, and Spy. So I decide just to run this Breaker out here. And I use his effect, and I do pop the right one here. I'm glad I didn't pop the trio because he would have chained it. Then I just I discard Thunder Dragon, and I grab myself 2 more. Now I know he's on burn, so I feel like my hand isn't that great, so I fire Card Destruction. So I'm going to draw 5 cards here, which is pretty nice. He draws just Desserts, Ring, Giant Rat, and Exiled. I draw Tribe, BLS, Deco, Faith, and Mirror Force. So not that great, but it's fine though. So now I'm going to obviously banish a Dark, banish a Light. And I just drop the BLS on him, and I banish his monster right away. And I go to battle and hit him for the 1600. He takes it. And I set Mirror Force and just pass. He draws into another Geometrio. Okay, he runs out exiled, pops my BLS. I'm like, okay. He sets Ring. And sets just Desserts and passes. I draw into Snatch Steel, which is pretty dead here. And I just go to battle, hit him for the 1600. And he decides to ring this. So puts me at 64 and him at 48. Then main phase 2, I set the Deco and just pass. He draws into a Big Show Gardena, which is a pretty nice card, I guess. He sets the Big Show Gardena and passes. I draw into Solemn Judgment, which is like okay, but I'm playing against Panda Burn, so it's not that great. And I draw into a Ring of Destruction off the Deco. And I decide to just set the Ring and the Solemn, and I run right into his Big Show Gardena. I take the 1200, and I set Faith and just pass. He in phase hits me with the Ajama Trio. Just desserts combo here, so I take 2,500. That really sucks, but it's fine. He draws into Breaker. He sets the Giant Rat and sets the other trio and passes. Okay, I draw into Jar of Greed. So I decide to just flip this Faith here. And I get card destruction, and I just go for it. I discard everything. Again, discard my entire hand. He draws into Gravity Bind. I draw into Sinister Faith and Chaos Sword. So I decide to just ring the token. I'll take a 300, putting me at 2,400. Then I banish a dark, banish a light, and I drop Sork, and I decide just to banish the big shield. And I just pass. I don't do anything else. I just pass. So he draws into a Panda. So this is when it's really nice for me. He flips the Panda, he flips the Rat, and then summons the Panda. And he's trying to go to battle here, and I instantly just Mirror Force him. So that was really great for me. He sets Gravity Bind and passes. I draw into Jar of Greed. I switch to Chaos Sword to attack mode. I swing with the Deco. He uses Gravity Bind. I'm like, okay. Hit him for the 300, putting him at 45. And then I decide to main phase 2, use Sork, banish one of the tokens. And I set Faith. And set a back throw and pass. He thinks I'll take 300. But I tell him that it has to be destroyed. It was removed, so I don't take it. He top decks Graceful Charity, which is pretty nice. And I decide just to Solemn Judgment in. I'm like, screw it. I'm not going to give you no burn cards. Let's just do it. Was a really good decision, too. So I draw into Night Assailant, which is pretty nice here. I flip the Faith. I get the card destruction. I activate Jar of Greed. I draw into a Dead Knock, which sucks. I fire card destruction. Accidentally put the Sinister on top. He says show the log, which is like really not that smart to me, but whatever. I'll show the log. Sure, you got me, buddy. Show the log. Then he's like, question mark. He doesn't realize why I got Deco back, but that's for Night Assailant. So talking a little bit. So I decide just to MST the Gravity Bind right away. I go into battle here. I thought this was game, but unfortunately it was not. So I couldn't actually find game here. I actually thought it was game in my head, but I was short. I was short 500. So that really sucks. Or no, short 200. Then main phase 2, I decide to fire Upstart. And now I'm just like, if he draws a burn card, I'm just dead. He draws into Nightmare Wheel. So that was just like perfect. He's dead no matter what. I draw into Wing Blast. I flip the Heavy Storm. And we're going to game 2. So alright, got game 1. Game 2, I'll just get back on the next replay. Game 2, I board into like Mystic Walks, Mobius, I think King Tiger Wangu, and Saku's. Saku's pretty good against the Panda Burn because they're going to attack with the Panda a lot. So you just Saku it real quick. Unless they have True Nades, but some of them don't even play True Nade no more. The next Panda Burn is kind of like Cat OTK Stein type shit, so. Alright, game 2. He opens Secret Barrel, Panda, Snatch Steal, Just Deserves, and a Drama Trio. So the man's got everything he needs, pretty much. He sets the Secret Barrel, sets the Drama Trio, and just passes. I've got Sork, Knock, Faith, Saku, Mirror Force, and Deco. I decide just to knock right away, and I clear his Panda. And I decide to set Mirror Force and Saku and set Faith and pass. He draws into Morphing Jar. He tries to run the Panda out on me. And I instantly just Saku it right away. Just say screw it. He sets Just Desserts and passes. I draw into Mobius, which is a really good draw here. I flip the Faith. And I go ahead and get back the Knock. I tribute the Faith for Mobius. And unfortunately, he has all chainable, so he just chains everything on me. So it's fine. I'm going to take big damage here. I'll take 3,600, I take. But it clears his entire shit, so it all works out. Take the 3,600. I go to battle, hit him for 2,400. And I just pass. He draws into Chain Energy. So he fires Snatch Steel here. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You're going to clear his tokens. And I'm just going to gain 700 every turn, pretty much. Because I'm going to gain the 1,000. But you do have my Mobius, so... He sets the Morphe Jar when he knows I have Knock here, which is pretty crazy to me. Then he fires Chain Energy and passes. I draw into Thunder Dragon. So I'm going to gain the 1,000. Then I'm going to lose 500 because I'm definitely knocking. If it's Big Show Gardener, it's Big Show Gardener, but let's just see it and see if it is. If it's not, then I get rewarded. A lot of people maybe wouldn't have used Knock there, but I'm really glad I did because it would have been a totally different game. So I decide just to set the deco, and I just pass. I pay 1,500. 500 for the Thunder Dragon and 1,000 for the Knock and the Set the Monster. He draws into a Nightmare Wheel. He goes to battle, and he hits... I draw into a Wing Blast, which is pretty nice right here. He sets the Nightmare Wheel and just passes. I draw into another Faith. I gain 1,000, and then I'm going to lose 1,000 because I set Wing Blast, and I set Faith and just pass. Okay, he draws into Secret Barrel. So now he's going to try to go to battle, and I decide to just Wing Blast, putting the Mobius back on top of my deck. And that is pretty much going to be curtains, unless he can do 3,600 damage. Because that's going back on top. He's going to set the Secret Barrel and take the 500, putting him at 46. I draw on the Mobius. I flip the Faith just in case, and I grab Knock here. And then I just tribute for Mobius. And I take 500, and then he uses Secret Barrel. So I take another, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 1,400. Okay, I banish a dark, banish a light, drop Chaos Sword, and wada boom, wada bing, 4,700. That is the game. 2-0 sweep on the Panda Burn. Now this next one is going to be Cat OTK. So, let's see what happened versus this guy who is, named AJT Disciples. So, I guess he's friends with AJT or some shit, or he could be AJT, I'm not sure. I've never seen AJT play this cat deck, but is what it is. So, RPS, I throw scissors, he throws rocks. So, obviously my RPS game is just terrible. I lose like 95% of the time. That's 3 times in a row. Y'all have seen me just get crushed on the first fucking run, just no back and forth, nothing. So he gets to go first. Awesome. He opens Level Limit Area B, Panda, Secret Barrel, Premature Burial, Giant Trunade, and Gravity Bind. So let's see what he opts to do here. He decides to set Panda and set Gravity Bind and set Secret Barrel and just pass. I draw into Card Destruction. I have Jar Greek, Card Destruction, Spy, Thunder Dragon, Sangan, and Solemn Judgment. So I decide just to discard the Thunder Dragon. And I grab 2 more. And this is when it gets really funny. Watch this shit. I fire Card Destruction. And he just says, okay. And I'm like, oh, instantly I see the Trunade and the level limit. I'm like, awesome. Another fucking Panda Burn deck. Cool. So I get to draw 6 cards. He draws into Stein, Last Will, and Rescue Cat. So he's on like a Stein Cat OTK deck. I draw into Tribe, Wing Blast, Wing Blast, Wing Blast, Solemn, and Knock. So I just thought that was really funny. I'm playing 3 Wing Blasts, and I draw into all 3 of them back to back with Card Destruction. But it's fine though, because this actually helped me this game. So I summon Tribe. I fire the Knock right away, knock in the monster. I go to battle, hit him for 16, and he uses Gravity Bind. So I'm like, alright, cool. I set Solemn and Wing Blast, and I just pass. He draws into a Panda here. So I guess he's looking for like Giant Trunade or some shit, I don't know. So he fires Last Will. I'm like, alright, that's cool. Then he decides to run the cat out, and I instantly just Solemn Judgment it. And this will not trigger the Last Will, which is really great. I know that ruling, so that was awesome. Just pretty much, you got a 2-for-1 right there real quick. Did pay out my life points, which is pretty sussy, but it's fine. So I draw into Chaos Sork here. So now I just drop the Sork on him right now. And I go to battle phase, and I put the Gravity Bind back on top, and discarding one of the Wing Blasts and use a Wing Blast. And I hit him for the 39, put him down to 41. So now his Stein is just no longer in play. I set Wing Blast and just pass. He draws into what I know is going to be Gravity Bind. He sets a Stein and sets the Gravity Bind and just passes. I draw into Duo. I go to battle, try to hit. He uses Gravity Bind again. And I use my third Wing Blast, and I put the Gravity Bind back on top. And I swing at the monster, and I hit him for the 2300, putting him pretty low here at 1800. He draws into Gravity Bind. Again, obviously, he summons Panda, and he wants to poke over my tribe. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I take the 200, and he sets the Gravity Bind. I top deck into Pot of Greed, which is pretty nice, not gonna lie. I draw Breaker and Upstart, so now I'm just gonna go for the game. I break the back row here. He's at 1800. I can just clear this. His Panda's at 1800, so I can just run it over with Sork and attack for game. And he only has a Secret Barrel, so there's nothing he can really do. So we're going to go to game 2 here. Game 2, he opens Panda, Just Desserts, Ring, Last Will, Giant Tornado, and Last Will. So he's got the combo wombo looking for the Rescue Cat, and he just wins. So he sets Ring, and he just passes. I draw into Sangan. I've got Sangan, Jar of Greed, Wing Blast, Mystic Walk, Ring, and Deco. So, okay hand, but is it really? No. So I attack for 1,000. He takes it, putting him at 7,000. And I just set 4 and pass. He draws into the perfect fucking card, Rescue Cat here, and literally just destroys me turn 2. I chain Mystic Walk to try to fucking draw some shit, and I get everything goes back. I'm at 9k, but whoop-de-doo. I search, I go grab, I think Night Assailant, doesn't really matter. You know if he's playing Giant Tornado, he's got the win. He uses double Last Will on me, drops the cat, and I just scoop because I know he's playing Stein, and that's just fucking gross as shit. Just a top deck cat there, like, cool. So we're going to game 3. Quick games there. Let's see what happens game 3. See how I ended up winning. Let's check it out. Game 3. He takes forever to side deck. And now we're going to game 3. Game 3, I open Sangan, Duo, MST, Tribe, Saku, and Snatch Steal. I fire the Duo right away. And I roll a 1. I get rid of his Secret Barrel. And he throws out Last Will. Now he's got Level Limit Area, B, Swords, and Giant Tornado. So now I decide just to set Sangan, set Saku, and MST, and pass. He draws in a Giant, Ojama Trio, not Giant Tornado. He has Giant Tornado, so he decides to fire Swords, and it flips up my Sangan. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And he sets Trio and just passes. Now, I got the MST, so I figured the only way to beat this Panda deck is just to get really aggressive. So I switch his Sangan to attack mode, and I instantly just MST the Swords. And I go to battle, hit him for the 2600. He takes it, because all he has is a trio set. I set the Solemn and just pass. He draws into a Just Desserts, which is a really good card for him. He fires Level Limit Area B, putting my tribe to defense. I'm like, cool. He sets Just Desserts and passes. Stand by main phase. I just run out Breaker right away. I don't think he was gonna Jama Trio because I have Tribe. So I really don't think he was going to do it. So I instantly just break the level limit. Breaker's going to go to defense here. And I switch to Tribe to attack mode. Get him for 2600. He's got to take it again. And I just pass. He draws into Graceful Charity. He uses Giant Tornado. I think about it. And I decide to solemn this. just because I don't know why I really saw him that, but I'm glad I did because it ended up winning me the game. So I try. He Graceful Charities, and he draws into Heavy Storm, Giant Trunade, and MST. So there's literally nothing this guy can do, and that is the game, and that is the video, everybody. Y'all have a good day or night if you're watching this. As you can tell, there's no way he's coming back from this shit. It is completely over. You have to get aggressive with the deck. You have to kill it quick, fast, easy. If not, they're going to kill you quick, fast, easy. So that's how you do it, though. Have a good day or night, though. Like I